Good morning, church. Today is the 24th of November, and I wanted to wish you a happy Thanksgiving. I am here at the corner of Southwest Jefferson and Southwest 4th Avenue. I don't have a whole lot to say. I'm outside of I wanted to say the governor's mansion, but it's the city hall where the governor's office is at, and so is the mayor. Let's see, this morning I woke up on the bad side of the how do you say, the bad side of the bed. It was freezing last night. I mean, it was extremely cold. I mean, I had too many jackets on and 3 pairs of pants, and I was frozen. I was very unhappy. A group of people, I had to switch from from one side of the 3rd Avenue to the other side, to the mall side of the 3rd Avenue. I was using the McNally case to defend myself against John. I guess John got pissed off. I'm not sure if he hit the Spanish, but the Spanish came out of the mall and started throwing these little chocolate balls at my tent. And I got out of there and was alarmed and thought I was gonna get hit for real. And I did. You know, I ended up getting hit for real. Where I had originally pitched my tent, I had to move it from one side of the street to another side of the street. They had pressure washers cleaning the sidewalk, and the guy that was actually, I mean, I had already set up the whole thing and was ready to put on the cover, and then here comes this guy eating food, and he parks his van right in front of where I'm supposed to be pitching my tent. So I had to remove everything and cross the street, and that's where the short altercation occurred. I thought they were going to keep coming out, but they didn't, and I was glad. So the pressure wash was one response. I told the guy that he was a hit, and he had the face of Sandra Duclairon / Felicia from West Shore Apartments. The Spanish that told me to shut the fuck up, I don't know. They were driving a white truck. I thought they were going to back the truck into the tent. They hit the tent twice with these chocolate balls. When I went out there and saw the chocolate balls on the floor, I ended up kicking it into the drain. The Lord told me, why don't you walk south on the sidewalk. When I walked south on the sidewalk, there were little chunks of dog feces. And you know, what I was told was that if they were to have thrown the dog feces onto the tent, they would have put a snake inside of the tent. So I thought, okay, well, that's not good. So I ended up just staying outside for a bit. It was really, really cold. Went in and out several times, put in an extra pair of long johns. And you know, it's a 5x7, you can't only do so much. I was sitting there writing in my journal, and I couldn't finish my journal because I had to go outside to play security guard. And what else happened last night? I think that was pretty much it. Oh yeah, they broke my glasses again. So they broke my glasses. I was trying to raise some funds, and broke my glasses. So I was trying to raise some funds, and I, of course, nobody supported the sermon that I preached yesterday. Every sermon that I've preached thus far has been as a result of hits that I've gotten from MacArthur and Franklin. Every single sermon. It hasn't been. I mean, even when I did the series, it was the same thing. This is what they did the day before. This is a light that I had purchased. I had to tape it the first time. You can see the tape around it. When I'm not exactly sure why they did this. You can see the tape there. That's to keep the black part inside. I have tape on the inside. There's that clip. You hear the click? Hold on. Look at that. Another piece just fell out. I wasn't expecting this piece to fall out. Now there's another piece that fell out. Oops, hold on. So it's real cheap, but you can see here, the third, let's see here, where does this one go? Yeah, it goes right here. It's a light that I'd use in the tent, and the batteries work, but for some reason, now I don't have light and I have to go get the light fixture. get another light fixture. That's why I'm standing out there oftentimes trying to raise funds, because of little things that they break. I discovered that they cut my strap on my backpack, not this one here, but the black one that I usually use. I mean, that poor backpack has just gone through it all. They broke that one. They cut the strap, so I couldn't pick it up by the strap in the back. Anyway, that's sexual assault. The usual routine: piercing the feet. Nothing has changed. So this morning when I woke up, I gave them my real response. I reminded MacArthur of the real reason why they had me out here, and then I went into the storage and gave Gabriel my spiel. So they're probably not too happy at how I responded, but that's just how things are. It's not a happy Thanksgiving. I've been out here for 24 Thanksgivings. I've been in the streets in and out of housing and apartment for 24 Thanksgiving since 97. Okay, so since about 97, I've been dealing with this. Ever since I stepped up to Melinda, whom they had put in the seminary class that I was at, the children's ministry. That was the woman that was supposed to deter me. And for the last 24 years, she and Jonathan Zabo and John MacArthur and whoever else, and Mark Rodriguez, when Mark Rodriguez was here, I told them something this morning that I've never told them before. When I first came to Portland, Oregon, or when I first came to Oregon, Rodriguez was the guy that had introduced me to one of the Spanish girls. I was really infatuated with the girl because I thought she was really pretty. Holland was the other guy. It was a Jewish girl. Same thing twice. And when they came to Portland, Oregon, it was in the defense of the women. Right? No one the Jewish girl, no one the Spanish girl. MacArthur, no one Melinda, and Gabriel, no one Cherise. So 4 women, okay? For Gabriel, where this whole thing started, no one Cherise. Dee Franklin beat the hell out of me and made sure that I never touched her again. For the Spanish girl, long brown hair, I lost his friendship and hers. And they passed her off to a white guy, and she was never mine to begin with. For the Hebrew girl, I remember bursting into tears. I'm not exactly sure what he had said. It was so offensive. I was about 25, 26, and I was hurt that he came out that way, and it was offensive. He was, I don't remember if he was the college pastor or if he was high school pastor. I don't remember what the position was. And then for Melinda MacArthur, that was the last straw, I guess. So the 4 came out on me here in Portland, and it's knowing all 4 women. And so at the heart of it all, it was, you can't have a white woman. You can't, whether she be mixed like you, or and they got pissed off of the word mixed because I said that McNally was mixed with, I think, Asian. And MacArthur came out against him as a result of that, and I'm a mixed, and they don't like it when I use the word mixed. They get pissed off because they think I'm trying to identify with their race, and I'm saying, no, I'm just identifying with my parents did, They don't like me using the race. If I had a Haitian standing next to me, you'd understand the difference between me and the Haitian community. I'm not as light as some of these men are, and as yellow as I probably was once upon a time, but that's what occurred last night. And this morning I made mention of some of the things that I had said, or some of the things that I'm dealing with. So anyway, I'm rambling. I got to go to 24 hours, and that's my pack there, my work pack, and I got to get going. Still working on the bibliography. Still working on some of the sermons, putting them in notebooks, the covers and stuff, and trying to keep up with the faith. As far as my education is concerned, I mean, the education is a closed book. Housing is closed. Everything is closed. Anyway, if you are feeling bad about what I did yesterday at the Portland Police Department, bring it to the Lord in prayer, because that's not what I wanted to do. That was not my intention when I started with the seminary in '96. That's just me responding to the many hits. These people are trying to turn me into a slave out here, and they've shut the door for housing and employment. They've shut the door for fellowship and leadership. They've shut the door for education and equality. And so I'm not exactly sure how those doors are going to open again. And when you see me in a big tent, don't gloat like I've come up, because I didn't. I didn't come up. I'm more insulted at the fact that I have to bring a big tent and put a chair and a table in there. I would have been more at peace if they had just handed me a key and for me to give them back their money, give them back their $700, from the Social Security, than for me to sit there in a tent, freezing my butt off, and for them to act like, oh, I'm in a big tent and, oh my God, be careful, and they make a big deal out of it, and it's insulting. Anyway, I've said enough, and I gotta get going. It's already 10:40, and so you people keep me in your prayers, and I'll keep you in mine. God bless.